Hi there, Geminis. It's Krista here from the Radical Angel channel. Welcome back. This is a weekly reading for the sign of Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the week of April 30th to May 6th. So if you haven't already been here, welcome. If you have been, you'll know that my readings usually take about 20 minutes. I try to keep them shorter, but I don't know, I talk a lot. And I do a lot of shuffling, so I rely on jumpers. I don't pull from the deck. So I do hope that you enjoy this spread. If you don't know your moon and rising sign, you can look in the description box for a link to find that out. It gives you information about your entire birth chart. So if for any reason, Gemini, this doesn't resonate or appeal to you, you can check out your moon and rising sign readings, and hopefully they will make more sense for the week for you. But I do hope that you'll enjoy your sun, moon, and rising sign this week, Gemini. So I'm going to be doing the same spread I did last week, just switching up the decks a little. I'll be doing a 3-card spread with a central issue, 2 clarifiers, and a weekly general energy at the bottom of the deck with the Healing with the Angels Oracle deck. And then looking for 2 additional message cards from the Medicine Card Tarot and the Wisdom of the Oracle Tarot. If you can't notice, I have these really weird allergies that came out of nowhere, so I'm sort of sniffling and coughing. Please forgive me. I'm trying my best not to do that through your reading. So let's try to get through this without doing a whole lot of that. And let's begin, Gemini. So we are coming out of Taurus in retrograde, Gemini. If you've been doing any contemplation, soul searching, or even research around issues having to do with beauty, possessions, feelings, art, or relationships, you're probably getting to the bottom of that this week, where things are finally beginning to calm down and settle down in those areas for you this week, as Taurus goes direct on May 3rd. So Gemini, I wish for you all success, joy, and wellness. I invoke spirits of love, light, and beauty. I call upon Archangels Michael, Gabriel, Metatron, and Uriel to guide this reading in peace, clarity, protection, and wisdom. I ask that Mother Gaia please bless this reading for Gemini. So what are the general messages for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the week of April 3rd to May 6th? All right, so your first central issue is the playfulness card. Perhaps you've discovered that the greatest path to healing and contentment is through playfulness. Perhaps you've discovered that the greatest asset anyone has when dealing with troubled times or troubled people or situation is to have a playful attitude. Perhaps this is healing for you, or a way that you generate healing in the world. And it could be something, an attitude, pardon me, and behavior that you rely on to get you through difficult situations, that is new to you. Perhaps you haven't employed playfulness in the past to express yourself, or to get through troubled times, or even to consider that that's important in the world, that a sense of playfulness is important, maybe even especially for adults. And you haven't lost that willingness or ability. However, Gemini, if you have lost that, or don't see it as important anymore, or don't want to rely on it this week, I think Spirit is saying, try it out. Try it again, or try employing playfulness in different situations. And you might find that that is sort of your power source, your way of disarming others who are negative, or disarming painful or unwanted situations. Playfulness is a really disarming attitude to have. It's a lot like laughter. Playfulness is also healing. And to remember to be playful and look for playful situations is incredibly healing. So this could be a path of healing for you this week, Gemini. To the right, we have surrender and release, and then dreams is to the left. So we'll look at those in detail in just a moment. The bottom of the deck, general energy card for the week, Gemini, is manifestation. This is an incredibly powerful card. It means that whatever you've decided over the past, say, 4 to 6 weeks for yourself is coming to fruition. On the other hand, if you are about to put these things into practice this week, you will achieve faster and more powerful manifestation. So either you've already done the work or you're in the process of finishing up the hard work of manifesting dreams into the natural world. You can see as well that this angel, is nearly creating a new solar system, a new universe. And this is from her mind or imagination. And a sense of playfulness as well. So you might have been able to achieve this sense of manifestation, or you are about to achieve this sense of manifestation through your playfulness, or because you're willing to, be playful about an upsetting or confusing situation. I'm so sorry. I can't even believe these allergies. Forgive me. I really hope I'm better next week. Anyway, so let's take a look up close at playfulness. You'll see that they are just little cherubs, and the most significant image here, of course, is of the baby, the child, and it's being willing and able to be childlike, and to remember how that feels and how important it is to be childlike this week, especially if you're undergoing a period of duress or stress this week, Gemini, that this could be a healing tool for you. Or you might find for yourself, for example, if you're the one stressed or not feeling well, that this is what is able to heal you. Other people within your vicinity or peer group who are being playful with you are able to draw out the best from you, including your health, right? So that's really fun and it's really important. And when I say disarming, like humor is, it can really take people out of their doldrums, right? It can really be the difference between having a good and a bad day if you're willing to be playful about what's happening with you. And it's a really important gift. So if you find that other people are upset or in the doldrums or not having an easy time with a situation, you can cheer them up simply by remembering to be playful and silly and even childlike. Not childish, but childlike. Remembering the miracles are everywhere. A miracle is breath. Remembering that even in the small things like having friends or having health, or it being spring, coming out of a dark, a physical darkness, and now you're able to either explore playfulness or manifest playfulness by simply being out more. So that's lovely as well. Excuse me, I'm glad to see that for you this week, Gemini, although not entirely surprised, right? Because you're a fairly light sign. You don't cling to things, even if they're negative. You're not. The Gemini isn't the archetype to cling to things, so I think this manifestation of healing and relatedness is about being playful. And to the right of playfulness, you've got surrender and release. So if this hasn't already become a part of the way that you act in the world, or if this hasn't been something that you've been able to let yourself do, perhaps this week is the week to do it, Gemini, because through the surrender and release of negative energy or old trauma, or even a poor opinion of someone or a part of yourself, could be the time to let go. And in conjunction with surrender and release, I see issues of forgiveness. So perhaps the surrender and release of something is in process of forgiveness, and this is the manifestation of health and wealth and well-being in your world, is that through playfulness, you're able to let go of something. You don't need to cling to it anymore. It doesn't serve you. But in the surrender to something better for yourself and the release of what wasn't working, you create the space for something as good as or better than. Meaning you create the space for energy and effort to be put into manifestation versus clinging or being unhappy with what is, even if it's a side of yourself that you weren't happy with or weren't confident about. I think this week is definitely saying that the surrender to the fact that something better awaits you, and in the process of that, forgive yourself and others and release old habits and old negative feelings. And then to the left of playfulness in the general spread, we have dreams. So this could be very significant as well for you, Gemini, with regard to the dream world. So there are several different ways that we can look at this in this spread, for example, that dreams are helping you, your particular dreams, right? Not I woke up from a dream, but that you have dreams for yourself, as in goals that you want to manifest or that you're willing to bring into manifestation. But the process of that means that you have to surrender to something greater than yourself, and you have to release negative opinions and attitudes about that, including things like I can't do it, or it's not going to work, or someone could do it better than me, that type of thing. I would release attitudes like that this week for yourself, Gemini. Anything that brings you down, really focus on releasing this week. Another way to look at the dream card, obviously, is that you are having dreams from a sleep state where you're awaking and feeling charged or different, or somehow this dream or dream state is clinging with you. If that's in any way negative, it's important this week to shed that. It could be an old memory, like I said, or it could be a trauma. So to pay attention to the messages coming from your dreams, if that is indeed the issue in a general sense this week for you, Gemini. Otherwise, the dream is very much your goal or ambition. And you can see with the imagery here that she's resting, she is in a dream state. So it could also be another sense of surrender, forgiveness, relaxation, the slowing down, being in a different state of mind, being in a beta state, not an alpha state, being receptive versus completely pushing your energy. So trying to be, or allowing yourself to be a little bit more receptive this week, Gemini, could benefit you in the long run, particularly if it comes to goals and ambitions about what you want to see for yourself in the world. So let's take a look at some additional messages here. I'm just sort of laughing at myself at how incredibly sick I sound. I'm not sick, it's just allergies. It's just crazy. I don't know if any of you have them, but this is really my first year with allergies, so it's like, wow, it's so weird. Anyway, I hope you don't have them, because they're kind of a pain in the butt. And I have taken medication, in case you're wondering if it would go away with medication. I've tried. So please forgive me this week for being stuffy and weird sounding. Hopefully it's gone by next week. So Gemini, your additional message for the spread this week is the grouse, which is the sacred spiral. It's another way of looking at karmic interactions for yourself and for your habits and beliefs. Perhaps you're meeting again with something that you've already met with before, or you're really tired of facing, that you want to get to the bottom of or the end of. Particularly with Taurus going direct on May 3rd, I suggest that you get to the bottom of what's been troubling you. If this is indeed old wounds, old energy, perhaps this is simply, Gemini, you not taking this sense of goal and ambition seriously enough. And I think this could be the week for you to say once and for all, you know, like, do it or completely let it go. Like, do what you had in mind in a really sincere way. Be willing to manifest in a really sincere way this week with something in particular, Gemini. Or, you know what? Give it away. Try something else. Try another goal or ambition. Look for other messages that are meaningful to you that you want to try. Regardless of how you're facing any issue this week in a general sense, though, I do see a sense of playfulness getting you out of something heavy. On the other hand, Gemini, if this is your MO and you're playful and light and disarming about everything, including your goals and ambitions, the way you want to manifest, the way that you want to carry out relationships, the way that you consider your life in the grand scheme of things, on a more serious level or on a more permanent level, this could be the week where playfulness won't be your best friend, where this could be a hang up and keep you from facing things that are more serious to you. So however that appeals to you in a general sense this week, Gemini, just look at whether you're being overly playful and avoiding things, perhaps disarming in the sense where you're getting all the attention and the accolade that you want, but it's not feeding your soul. And really examine why, okay? And how bad you want something to manifest for yourself and what you're willing to do about it. Are you willing to release bad attitudes, poor opinions, old trauma, in addition to, sort of simultaneously, to surrendering the need to control the outcome, to control the rate of manifestation. Okay, we'll just look at one more card here. Added messages for Gemini for the week, April 30th to May 6th. Perhaps you are coming out of something heavy, Gemini, is the other way to read this too. And that you do need to light yourself up, if I haven't already said that. So this is no small beans here. This is the card of regeneration. You're really going to be picking yourself up from something that you had begun in the past, recent or long-term past. And this is the week to bring to fruition or completely scrap. So I did say that earlier with regard to the surrender and release, but also in regard to the manifestation. Manifestation and regeneration have a lot in common right now in this spread, because manifestation means that the end of something had to occur. Okay, you had to, oops, where am I here? Sorry. In order to manifest, you need to have gone through several stages in order to get to this stage. And it appears, whether you're ready or not, that stage is being set or is coming to a close because something else is growing out of what you've just left. So be careful about what you're leaving for yourself as a seed, what you're planting, so to speak, in your own mind or the minds of those around you, because the law of manifestation is very heavy in your reading this week, Gemini. So this is also fresh opportunities or new chances. If there's something that you need to revisit, this week is the week to do it. If there's something that you need to put your foot down about, that you've been playful about or disarming people with, including yourself, this week is the week to get to the bottom of it and to create healthy boundaries. But it could be also the manifestation of something that you've done the work around, that you're finally seeing sprouts of. A seed has been planted, some hard times have been had, and now you're seeing the positive results of them. So that could, if it's not already manifesting in your world this week, Gemini, this is approaching you. So not a light reading necessarily, in terms of, sunshine and roses. Not that doesn't belong to you or that you can't have it or that's no part of your week, but certainly a lot of soul searching still. I think it's important for you to get to the bottom of what you really want and desire and what motivates you and what you choose to manifest, and to stop being the total recipient of whatever happens because you're not paying attention. Okay, so I shall leave it at that for you, Gemini. I really hope that you enjoyed the reading. Please let me know what you think of that in the comments below. Forgive my allergies. I hope I'm better next week. I really appreciate you tuning in. Take good care of yourself, and I look forward to seeing you next week for your next weekly reading. Bye for now.